Good evening, everybody. Welcome to John Cox Stadium in Childersburg for our Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week. I'm Jimmy Dale Abrams along with Jimmy Holmes. Tonight it is Childersburg against the Munford Lions, and Munford, one of the top teams in the state of Alabama, and Coach Smith, they're 6-1, and Childersburg going to have their hands full tonight.
Well, Jim, they are, but, it's a big region game for both of these schools. Munford pretty much controls their own destiny. Childersburg is going to have to scrap just to get in, but if they could win tonight and maybe win next week, then who knows, they might could host a game. Munford got a pretty good football team. I think they've been beat once by a non-region team. Mm-hmm. So, they got a good ball club.
Yep, this one tonight should be a good one. We'll have that for you in just a little while. The pregame show brought to you by Miller Lumber Company in Silicon, and we appreciate them partnering with us. And we'll have Coach Jonathan Beverly coming up in just a few moments to talk about the Childersburg practices this week. And of course, they lost to Leeds last week. It seemed like an eternity because they played on a Thursday night.
Yeah. That's due to the race that was going on up in Talladega last week. A lot of schools changed their routine, and it probably got a lot of these kids out of their routine by just changing a day of a football game, and then that messed up their practice sessions and a lot of things that could go wrong when you're doing that.
All right, we'll be back with more on the Miller Lumber Company pregame show as we get with Coach Jonathan Beverly right after the break. The Alabama ALS Walk is coming to Birmingham Saturday, October the 28th. Sign up at 10, the walk at 11. Purchase your Team Raising Cane t-shirts honoring Christy Cane, former educator at Sylacauga High School. Fundraising helps buy equipment for people diagnosed with ALS. Text your order for Raising Cane ALS t-shirts to Randy Cane 256-521-4002. Let's help Team Raising Cane help honor Christy's memory today. Thank you.
Do you need photo or video services for a special event? Shoot First Media does that. Need promotional materials for your product or instructional videos for your industry? Shoot First Media does that too. Need help editing and reproducing your own photos or videos? Or how about transferring those old home movies from tape or film? You guessed it, Shoot First Media does that. For these and many other services, call Shoot First Media today at 256-404-1587.
Spending a few minutes with Coach Jonathan Beverly, the head football coach and athletic director at Childersburg High School, home of the Tigers. And Coach, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Big matchup tonight, a big region game at home against the Munford Lions.
Yes, sir, big game. Right now, they're sitting in first place in our region. We're sitting at fourth with a one-game lead over fifth place with 2 games to go. So, big game for us tonight. A win would go a long way in securing a playoff berth for us.
Munford's an outstanding football team.
Absolutely. Coach Smith does a great job there. And in my opinion, one of the top 5 4A programs in the state. And, we could go a long way in showing just how far we've come by playing well tonight.
Munford with a well-rounded football team, playoff experience, and they come to Childersburg tonight, take on the Childersburg Tigers. Practice so far this week?
It's been a really good week. Monday and Tuesday were really good work days for us. We kind of pulled back Wednesday to get our legs back under us, but thought we had 3 really good days, and of course Thursday is just a walk-through practice, but I feel like our focus is there. And one of the things I challenged our kids with yesterday was just finish the week. We've had a good week. Finish now. You get to Friday, now put everything together and finish the week off the right way.
You've seen tape of Munford, and you see some of the skilled position players that they've got. And a lot of times you start with the quarterback, and they've got a good one up there at Munford.
They really do. He does a great job distributing the football. They don't turn the football over a lot. He makes really good decisions with the ball. And so really our challenge defensively is putting them in a situation where we can try to force him to make a bad decision with the football. They're explosive on offense, and he, leads the way. And he does a good job of not wanting to make every play himself, but distributing the football and allowing other guys to make plays.
Well, this Munford team is just one of the teams in this particular region that is capable of running the table and winning the playoffs in Class 4A. You've got Munford tonight. You got Dadeville next week. This game tonight is a need to win, but not necessarily a backbreaker if you don't happen to win.
It's a need to win. That's a really good way to put it. Probably the best way I've heard all week. It's a need to win game. Like you said, it doesn't break our back. If we don't come out on top. However, we've taken a one game at a time. Mantra these last few weeks, and so it's a need to win game. It's a game that, in all likelihood, with a win, puts us in. We've got a one game lead, like I said, over Dadeville right now with 2 games to go. So a win tonight would go a long way. And then, really the majority of the scenarios right now put us still having to play Dadeville to get in because, we win tonight and they win tonight. They're still just one game behind. Mm-hmm. So, again, we're taking it one game at a time, but a win tonight goes a long way.
Look at the first 7 games. This is week 8 of the high school football season. How has this Childersburg team progressed?
Tremendously. From week 0 to now, we've grown a lot, especially if you just look at some of our players, especially some of our sophomores and juniors who didn't have a lot of varsity experience from week 0 to week to now. Guys that are making plays that they weren't making 7 weeks ago, guys that are practicing in a way that they weren't practicing 7 weeks ago. So the growth has been tremendous. But it didn't just start week 0. It goes all the way back to January. It goes all the way back even to the end of last season, the way we ended our season last year. And I just, it's obvious when you walk around our field house, when you watch us practice, when you watch us prepare that, we are, again, just exponentially better than we were. And I told people at the beginning of the year, I didn't know how to quantify that in wins and losses. But I knew that we would get to this point. A year ago, we didn't have a chance to be where we are.
You took over a football team that was kind of struggling, to say the least.
Yes, it was a program that was struggling. It was a program that needed to find some direction. And I'm not going to take all the credit for it. We've got great kids. We've got a great community. We've got a great administration. So we've got a lot of pieces of the puzzle that were already in place. Really, I just wanted to give our kids an opportunity to dream within a vision. And so they've done that. They've taken it. They've run with it. And, the majority of the credit goes to the kids for being able to pick something up, embrace it, and say, hey, we're going to move things forward, and we're going to tackle the task ahead, and we're going to build this thing the right way.
Childersburg must stay ahead of the chains tonight to keep this powerful Munford offense off the field. Your offense is going to have to be proactive tonight. We are.
3 and outs will not get it done tonight, and that's one of the things we talked about with our weekly coaches meeting and preparing for tonight's game. You can't go 3 and out. You can't take 45 seconds off the clock and give them the ball back. We've got to have sustained drives, and we've got to have drives that are productive, and obviously. It doesn't mean scoring every drive. That'd be nice. You'd score 90 points if you did. But what it means is, hey, when you've got an opportunity to punch it in, go ahead and punch it in. But maybe it means take 6 minutes off the clock, punt, and pin them deep so that you can win field position on the next drive. And so we feel like we've got an opportunity to score some points tonight, and we've got an opportunity to get some key stops. But field position is going to be huge, and time of possession is going to be huge. When you're playing somebody that's explosive, time of possession is a really big deal. You've
got some skilled players, both in the backfield and wideouts and quarterback, that have played well most of the year.
They have. Jalen Kidd has done a great job for us, and we've got a couple of packages where he's doing a couple of things different this week. Takari Kennebrew and Isaiah Jones at wide receiver have done a phenomenal job. In our backfield, again, we've done things by committee, but all of our tailbacks have carried the ball well at some point of the year. So we've got a lot of confidence in those guys. Offensive line and defensive line wise, we're getting a lot better week in and week out. So we've got a lot more confidence in those guys as well.
Well, we need a big crowd. We need some butts in the seat tonight at Childersburg for Childersburg and the Munford Lions. And Munford will bring a big crowd, and Childersburg needs to have a big crowd there too.
Absolutely. We absolutely need everybody out tonight. They're going to bring a big crowd because they're in a position. They're competing for a region championship. and we're in a position where we're competing to get into the playoffs and competing for a 3 seed, which is a lot better than a 4 seed. So, we need, and we've got a great community, and our community supports us. So we need tonight to be no different than any other night where they come out and support us.
All right, Coach, thanks for being with us this morning, and we will have Childersburg and Munford live from John Cox Stadium tonight. Coach Jonathan Beverly, head football coach and athletic director at Childersburg High School. More Daybreak after this.
Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our knowledgeable pharmacists are always available for questions about your medications or advice on taking over-the-counter products and supplements. Our friendly staff can assist you in choosing from our full lines of compression hose and medical equipment. And don't forget our gift department. We have a great selection of unique gifts for every occasion. Stop by today and see us. Marble City Pharmacy, where your health comes first.
Some things change and some things don't. From the beginning, Wright Tire and Service has been all about quality products and first-class service. From great tires at a super price to the expert car service that you want for your family. Oil changes, front-end alignment, brake work, and much more. You can count on our experienced professionals to give you quality work at a fair price. Tires and a whole lot more at Wright Tire and Service on West Fort Williams next to Robo Motors.
Hockey is back in Birmingham as the Bulls prepare to face off against the Mississippi River Kings this Saturday night. Coverage begins at 7 o'clock, live on TV 47, TV 24, and the Alabama Cable Network. We spoke to Art Clarkson and head coach Jamie Hicks on the return of the Birmingham Bulls.
Art, it's been 16 years since the Birmingham Bulls have been in town.
Sure.
There was a lot of support back then. What are you looking at now as far as support? What are you seeing from the community with support behind the Birmingham Bulls?
Well, I don't look for support. I look to become an integral part of the community like we were in the 90s when we had the Barons in the 80s. And, it's interesting. I don't like the word support. I love the people come out and participate in our product, and we participate with them, form partnerships, become totally community involved. And with the hockey players, they love it. We've already been to the Children's Hospital. We go everywhere. And the people, as we move through the season and they get to learn these players, you will find that people want them to come to different things that we go to. You follow? I mean, hockey players are really an interesting group of guys. They want to be out in the community. The interest in hockey is great, and I'll tell you this right now. The timing was perfect for us because here's the Predators having this run to the Stanley Cup, right? And we jumped on that bandwagon because the number one team in Nashville is not the Tennessee Titans. It is the Nashville Predators, and don't let anybody kid you on that. That place is bonkers, and we hope to create what they've got up there too. And in the future, I always see Birmingham being able to participate and be involved with one major league sport. And to me, if we get the right facilities, it's going to be the NHL. If they can do it in Nashville, we can do it here.
Most people probably don't realize, but how far back does the Birmingham Bulls go?
The Birmingham Bulls, their first year was 1976 or 77 in the old World Hockey Association. And it was moderately successful. They had some, good teams. But when the NHL merged with the WHA, unfortunately, Birmingham was odd man out. So, and then we came along in '92 in the East Coast Hockey League. We were from '92 to '90. I was there till '98, and I sold the team, and the people who bought it for me ran it right into the ground. And the timing for the last 16 years hasn't been right. Okay, now it's right. The people of Pelham, they're committed for making this building a professional hockey venue. And that's what we're going to do, and we're going to really do well in the community. But we have to do a lot of hard work on our end to create the atmosphere, and we're going to do it. Let me tell you something. I worked with ACN before, back in the 90s, where we televised games back to Birmingham, and we really established that relationship. And I tell you right now, this game is going to be on TV, on Charter 80 or Alabama Cable Network. You can watch the game a Saturday night, and it'll give you a taste of what's coming.
Well, you know, being part of the resurgence of the Bulls is, you know, obviously a great privilege for myself to come back and lead this team into the next chapter of hockey down here. And, you know, we have a great bunch of kids down here working hard, and we're trying to take that energy into the season.
Are you starting to see, you know, the growth in hockey down south has been really prevalent? You know, you got the Nashville Predators, you've got several teams in and around Atlanta. But especially Birmingham area and the Pelham area, you've just seen this huge just insurgence of hockey. What all are you seeing from that?
Well, obviously you're seeing players being developed all throughout the U.S. now. You know, 2 years ago, a player from Phoenix, Arizona was drafted first overall in Austin Matthews. So, and that's a direct affiliation with Phoenix having an NHL team. So not only are we here to play hockey, but the guys here will be helping out with the youth as much as they can, and hopefully you know, turn over a couple good players along the way and just help build hockey.
How's the team looking right now?
Well, you know, we're a first-year team, but the energy we have and the team camaraderie we have, I'm really happy with. You know, we're still a team that's growing. You know, we want to be good as fast as we can without hurting the foundation. And sometimes you have to take it slowly a little bit, but I can't be any happier with the energy that we have right now.
The Bulls travel to South Haven, Mississippi to take on the Mississippi River Kings live this Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Catch all the action on TV 47, TV 24, and the Alabama Cable Network.
CallTheShield.com is the solution to pest and termite problems. APS shields your home from termite infestation, unwanted pests, mold and water intrusion, sagging floors, and unhealthy lawns. Visit CallTheShield.com to schedule your free evaluation. That's CallTheShield.com to schedule your free evaluation. Alabama Professional Services, protection for your home.
Birmingham, the long wait is over. Hockey is back in the Magic City.
Coverage begins Saturday as the Bulls face off against the Mississippi River Kings, live from South Haven, Mississippi, presented by Alabama Professional Services. CallTheShield.com. Don't miss the return of the Birmingham Bulls as they open up against the Mississippi River Kings, live Saturday night on TV 47, the Alabama Cable Network, and TV 24.
In Alabama, there are two things we take serious: football and barbecue. And at August Barbecue, we take our business serious. Our meat is smoked daily to give you the freshest and best quality. Ask about our daily vegetable specials. And don't forget about our beef brisket, served up every Thursday and Friday. We have a great outdoor seating area to enjoy the best live music around every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Great service, great atmosphere, and great food. August Barbecue. You can taste the difference.
Coosa Valley Medical Center, one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama, is also Sylacauga's largest employer. Services from the emergency room to surgery to cancer treatment to post-stroke care. You won't believe what's right in your backyard. It's Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. So, if you're sick in Alabama, choose one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama. That is Coosa Valley Medical Center. Welcome back to John Cox Stadium, just minutes away from the kickoff of Childersburg and Munford. Jimmy Dale Abrams along with Jimmy Holmes and our broadcast crew in Childersburg, Jeff and Robert and Slim, and we almost set to go here tonight as we get set for a big region matchup. Pre-game show brought to you by Miller Lumber Company in Sylacauga. We got our starting lineups tonight presented by Reaching the World Bible Church, and they got a big hallelujah party coming up next week, where they have a cake walk and pie walk and stuff like that. You'd like that kind of stuff.
Yes, I would. You know, Brother Henry Looney does an outstanding job, Jim, not only just for his church, but for the community of Sylacauga and the city of Sylacauga. I like to call him a real good friend. We go back quite a ways, and we've had a lot of talks together, and Brother Henry does an outstanding job.
You know, he's a B.B. Calmer grad.
Yes, he is.
Back in the day.
And a good one.
Yep.
Quickly, we'll run down the probable starting offensive lineup for the Munford Lions. Again, brought to you by Reaching the World Bible Church and the Reverend Henry Looney. At left tackle, wears number 55, it'll be Jeffrey Threet. At left guard, number 72, Luke Gaither. At center, number 58, Brody Bussey. At right guard, number 77, Carson McGarrow. At right tackle, number 50, Dalen Campbell. At quarterback, number 10, Tanner Rees. At a fullback, number 32, Carson Smith. At X-back, number 11, L.J. Flint. At a halfback, number 2, Zay Britt. At a Y-back, number 3, Noah Champion. And at a Z-back, number 9, Marshall Clark. Those are your probable starting offensive lineup for the Munford Lions. And now for the Childersburg Tigers. We'll go with the defense first. In the defensive line, number 70, Andrew Chapman. In the defensive line, number 64, Isaiah Stamps. Another defensive lineman, number 52, Keenan Keith. In the defensive line, number 44, Desmond Phillips. At a linebacker, number 3, Jacoby Brown. A linebacker, number 13, Jamarcus Tuck. And a linebacker, number 6, Darrell Bradford. In the defensive back, number 14, Terry Thomas. Another defensive back, number 10, Keyshawn McKinney. In the defensive back, number 2, T.K. Kennebrew. Also in the defensive back, number 41, Maurice Bradford. And now for the offensive lineup for the Childersburg Tigers. At quarterback, wears number 1, Jalen Kidd. At a running back, number 5, Keelan Bradford. At a fullback, number 9, McCain. At a wide receiver, number 8, Isaiah Jones. Wide receiver, Dwayne Garrett. Wide receiver, T.K. Kennebrew. In the offensive line, number 59, Darius Borden. And also in the offensive line, he wears number 60, Keyshawn Reynolds. In the offensive line, number 51, Christian Guerrero. Offensive lineman, number 56, Raymond Abrams. And to close out the offensive line, number 55, Ryan Heath. Those are your probable starting lineups, both for the Munford Lions and also the Childersburg Tigers.
The captains are at midfield. Jalen Kidd for Childersburg, along with Isaiah Jones and Terry Thomas, all out there, along with Christian Guerrero for the Childersburg Tigers. And the Munford Lions captains are out on the field as well. Number 54 is Kalen Patton. And we'll pick up the others as quickly as we possibly can. Dylan Campbell is a captain. The captains are at midfield. We're just moments away from the kickoff for Childersburg and Munford. This is the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week from John Cox Stadium in Childersburg. The coin has been tossed, and Childersburg has won the toss and probably going to take the football, you would think, as
they have
deferred to the second half. So Munford will get the football, and, you know, I don't know if I'd give the football to Munford right off the bat or not.
Jim, a pretty potent offensive unit are the Munford Lions, so we'll just see if Childersburg, you know, what would be a great idea for the Childersburg Tigers to go 3 and out, make Munford punt the football away, and give your offense a chance to run with the football early on.
Munford's got a lot of players, buddy.
Yes, they do. Yeah. I mean, a lot of players. Again, it's a 4A matchup. The mighty Munford Lions and the Childersburg Tigers.
Childersburg needs a win tonight over Munford. Not necessarily a have-to game, but it would be good for Childersburg if they could get the win tonight over the Munford Lions and kind of solidify a playoff spot because they've got Dadeville on the road next week, and that's never a gimme.
No, it isn't, but, Dadeville I don't think is playing quite as well as they have in the past few years. However, you never know, Jim. So Childersburg needs to get this football game done tonight and solidify a place in the state playoffs.
Childersburg 3-2 in the region, and Munford is unbeaten in the region at 5-0. So both these teams coming in tonight, and Childersburg is not a perennial football power as a playoff contender in the last few years. Munford is.
Yes. They went deep in the playoff last year, Jim, and they got a good bunch of kids over there.
We'll come back with a starting kickoff in just a moment. Both teams are out on the field now. We'll be back with the kickoff of the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week from John Cox Stadium right after this.
The Allen Companies of Sylacauga, with 3 locations to serve you: Highway 511, Highway 280, and Main Avenue. For all your convenience store needs, ice, drinks, snacks, and of course, some of the lowest priced gasoline at the pumps. It's the Allen Companies of Sylacauga. Highway 511, Highway 280, and Main Avenue. It's the Allen Company convenience stores.
At Fort Williams Pharmacy, you won't find motor oil, garden hoses, or mountain climbing gear. No, they don't have that. What they do have is a professional, friendly staff that understands your needs. Filling prescriptions is their primary business, and they take it seriously. They also have a drive-through window for your convenience and free local delivery. Most of all, Fort Williams Pharmacy knows your time is valuable, so when it's time to fill your prescriptions, you need it done fast, friendly, and accurately. Fort Williams Pharmacy, our family, caring for your family. We're back at John Cox Stadium in Childersburg, just in time for the national anthem. Let's go down the field and enjoy. Childersburg Tiger Marching Band with our national anthem tonight at
good
John
job.
Cox Stadium. Yep, always do a good job. And Childersburg preparing to kick off. And to kick it away will be William Foy.
Backbeat for the Lions, number 12.
We're set to go as Foy about to approach the football. And it is a squib kick that's going to go out of bounds. So Munford with a first down at their 35-yard line to get things going, good field position.
Jim, I just wonder if Coach Beverly, they've had success with this onside business of kicking the ball real short and covering it, but this time they kick it out of bounds, and Munford will have just outstanding field position.
Yeah, you don't want to give Munford a whole lot of anything because Tanner Reeves is an outstanding quarterback. He's a senior, 6 foot, 190 pounds. And he's a good player. Carson Smith in the backfield with him as Childersburg defensively will try to make a stop here early on.
They're having trouble getting him marked. Now we ready?
Munford brought a big group over as well tonight.
Yes, he did.
Reeves gives it to Smith, and Smith is hit at the line of scrimmage and knocked down.
That's a good job defensively. I see number 52 for the Childersburg Tigers getting off the melee. Keith in on the stop, made first contact, and Jim, that's a great first play for the defensive unit of the Childersburg Tigers.
Second down and 9. Reeves out of the spread. Now he gives it off and some running room. And he's got across midfield to the 43-yard line goes Smith. And boy, there was a big hole on this side. Terry Thomas finally circled around to make the tackle.
But a huge play for the Munford Lions.
Childersburg 43-yard line, 1st and 10.
There's a flag, maybe? Yes, they are.
All the way back at the 35, so we'll bring that one back, which is a break for Childersburg for sure.
Yes, it is.
There may be a reason why they had such a big hole on this side.
There was no indication. Now there's holding Munford.
So it's spotted back at the 24-yard line now. Second down and long. Reeves will take the snap. There's some movement. Reeves drops it now, swings it out. That's a busted play for sure there. They didn't look real crisp on that at all.
No, it was not.
Bobbled a snap and then threw it almost like a lateral.
Yes, it was. It was very close to being a lateral. But they wave it off.
Third down and
25
at least. So slow start for the Munford Lions. Childersburg defense trying to pick it up a little bit more. Munford brought a big crowd from over in North Talladega County. Here's Reeves to throw it. Throws down the field, and it is batted away. Good job defensively by the Childersburg Tigers. That's Jalen Kidd.
Jalen made a good defensive play on the receiver, knocked it away, so the Munford Lions will punt it away to the Childersburg Tigers. That's a good defensive stand, Jim.
Childersburg did what they wanted to do, and with the help of a penalty.
Yeah.
So back deep is TK Kennebrew. For Childersburg, he'll stand at midfield.
TK wears number 2.
Punt out of there. Kennebrew calling for the fair catch and dribbles it, and here comes a break.
Oh, man.
And he's going all the way. Wow, big number 69. What a break right there. Now then, they got.
I think
I'm not right there.
No, you cannot advance it. I don't think, Jim. They're going to have to bring that back.
If it's not in the, if it's in the air, can you pick it up?
Yes, if they catch it in the air, but once it touches the ground, I think they can recover the football, but they can't advance it.
Oh, big number 59. He wanted to advance it and did it all the way to the end zone, but it'll come back. And so Munford will have the football, though.
3
at the 47-yard line. So Munford right back in business.
They got out of a deep hole. A penalty got them in, and a muff punt got them back in.
Kennebrew just mishandled the punt.
Yes, he did, and it bounced right up to him.
47-yard line for the Lions. First down and 10. Just underway from John Cox Stadium. Tanner Reeves, the senior quarterback. He's got Carson Smith, the senior, back there with him, and Smith make it that Reeves with it, and Reeves crosses midfield to the 47-yard line.
And Jacoby Brown in on the stop for the Childersburg Tigers.
Pick up 7.
If you're Munford, Jim, that's what they want. They stay ahead of the chains. Come up with a second down and 3.
Munford is a perennial playoff team every year in the last number of years.
Bill Smith done an outstanding job with that bunch.
Here's Reeves wanting to throw it, and it's caught. Good job defensively by Childersburg, and now he stands on his feet, and he's down the sideline. Wow, that is Britt, and Britt's going to go in for the score. And Childersburg had him wrapped up, and he got away.
They did not call him in the grass, so that'll be a touchdown for the Munford Lions.
Wow.
Looks like Childersburg had him pretty well contained, and he just kept churning and got out of there.
So a big touchdown run for the Munford Lions by Britt. And it is 6-0.
And Childersburg did what they wanted to do. They take the opening kick off and put points on the board.
Placed down, kick up, and the kick is good. So with 9:48 remaining in the first quarter, the Munford Lions strike first, and they lead Childersburg by a score of 7-0. Back to John Cox Stadium with the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week after this.
Curtis & Son Funeral Home has been around since 1975, and we are committed to being there for the people of this area. At Curtis & Son, we understand that funerals can be a financial burden. We never want price to determine what funeral home you choose. We will gladly match any other funeral home's prices, including casket stores and cemeteries. We do this in honor of the hundreds of families we have served in the past. It is only fair that we do a little extra to make sure you know we will be there when you need us most.
47-yard touchdown run by Zay Britt, and Childersburg looked like had him dead to rights, and he got away, and down the sideline he went.
Well, Jim, you know, they had him, made good contact with him, but they just didn't lock up and get him down. Give a lot of credit to Britt, though. He kept him legs a-churning and got loose.
3 kicking off, and it's a short kick, and it's going to be fielded on the far side, and taken down is Maurice Bennett at about the 30-yard line. The short kickoff, but Bennett gets it up to the 30-yard line where Childersburg goes 1st and 10. Jalen Kidd's going to have a big game tonight.
Yes. Mitchell in on the stop for the Munford Lions. And now the offensive unit for the Childersburg Tigers will take the field.
They've got great skill position players in Jones and Kennebrew.
And it all starts for number 1, Kidd.
Yep. Bennett, the lone setback. Kidd takes a snap and gives to Bennett. And Bennett's got 3 or 4 yards. Second down and 7. Childersburg has had some pretty good success moving the football throughout the season. This Munford team averaging over 40 points a game offensively.
Yes. The way they started out, I can see why.
Here's Kidd looking to throw, and throws on the run, batted away.
That was almost picked off.
Yep. He's trying to get it to Isaiah Jones, incomplete. So 3rd down. Possession down for Childersburg, trailing 7-0 early in the football game.
This is what you call being behind the chains, Jim. 3rd down and long. Certainly a passing situation for the Childersburg Tigers.
Senior quarterback Jalen Kidd.
They'll get 5 more yards out of that.
Help them out. Instead of 3rd and 8, it'll be 3rd and about 3.
Campbell jumped off sides for the Munford Lions.
So 3rd down and 3 now for Childersburg. A lot better than 3rd and 8.
Yes, it is. You can run or throw. You know, your offense is wide open here.
Kidd is going to keep it himself, and Kidd crosses the 40 and close to the 1st down at about the 42.
Depend on the spot.
Jalen Kidd, the senior quarterback, and looks like he's got the 1st down.
That will be a 1st down. From our vantage point, it looks good. It is.
First of the night for the Tigers. And the more they can move the chains, the better they'll keep that offensive Munford off the field.
Well, you know, they can't score if they don't have the ball.
Kidd, high snap, trouble. Kidd trying to fall on it back to the 33-yard line.
You get something going and something bad happens.
Marshall Clark almost got on it from Munford, but
Yes, he did.
Kid alertly falls on it. But a big loss. About 10 yards on the play, so second down and 20. Kid hands off inside, running hard to the 36-yard line, and making a nice gain for Childersburg is McCain.
Clark in on the stop for the Munford Lions. Still a long way to go. Third down and a cab ride.
So Childersburg got to come up with a big play here, trailing 7-0 with 7:52 to go in the first quarter. Kid rolling to throw, throws across the middle, and is almost intercepted.
Boy,
Almost getting over there to get that is Christian Alsey. So fourth down.
Anytime you throw that football across the middle, you need some zip on it, Jim, and that ball sort of floated across the middle. And, buddy, you're asking for a lot of trouble when you do that.
Childersburg cannot afford to get too far behind against this Munford team.
Nope, this is a real good football team we're looking at in the white shirts. Real good football team.
TK Kennebrew will punt.
Back deep to the line. Number 2, Xavier Britt, and number 32.
Britt and Smith back deep. And it's a high kick.
Good kick.
And it's going to hit about the 30 and go straight up in the air and bounce back to about the 28-yard line. So Munford will have it first and 10, leading by a score of 7-0 with 7:29 to go in the first quarter. As Zay Britt with a 47-yard touchdown run a few moments ago to get Munford on the board. Childersburg defensively with Chapman and Stamps and Keith and Phillips and those backers, Jacoby Brown and Jamarcus Stuck. They're good linebackers along with Bradford. They're going to have to play well tonight.
Yes, they are.
Here is Britt with it, and Britt's got some running room. And he's up near the 40-yard line before he's taken down to be a first down.
Keith in on the stop for the Childersburg Tigers.
A 10-yard gain and a first down. And Childersburg calls a timeout with 7:20 to go in the opening quarter. We'll be back to John Cox Stadium with more of the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week on TV 47, the Alabama Cable Network, right after this.
Ron Johnson has been serving the people in the Coosa Valley for over 38 years. As a voice for the citizens of District 33, he has been a champion for the schools and their athletic programs. Ron Johnson proudly supports the teams competing every Friday night here in District 33. So good luck and have a great season.
Well, Childersburg had seen enough defensively. They called a timeout to get their troops together a little bit more. And 10-yard gain on the play. It's a first down at the 40-yard line for Munford.
Well, Jim, you know, I think Coach Beverly says let's talk about this thing and see what we can come up with. And right now, Munford is winning the battle up front in the trenches, so to speak.
Sistruck and Mitchell back there with Reeves now in the backfield for Munford. They run a lot of players in and out of their lineups. And this is Reeves keeping it, and he's hit, and he'll bull his way for about 3 yards.
McKinney.
Reeves kept it himself and got 3 yards. Reeves is a 6-foot, 190-pound senior. He takes a snap, swings it down the field, short of the intended receiver, Britt.
Jim, I think that ball might have been tipped a little bit at the line of scrimmage.
Could have been. Well, they teach those defensive linemen get them hands up.
Yes, sir.
So third down and 7.
Big down for the defense.
Childersburg, if they make a stop here, can get the football back. Reeves and Smith back there with him. Reeves looks and throws. Nice pass caught across midfield, 45, 43-yard line. That's Marshall Clark on the reception.
Kidd in on the stop for the Childersburg Tigers, but a good job and a good throwing catch by the Munford Lions.
At the Childersburg 43-yard line, Munford leads 7-0, 6.5 to go in the first quarter. Childersburg with a 4-man defensive front. Reeves will send a man in motion. High snap. Childersburg coming after him. Reeves falls on it back at the 43.
Well, I'm going to tell you, some of they put themselves in a bind when they snapped that ball over their head. That was Daryl Bradford in to make sure that he didn't pick it up and do something good with it.
That's a couple of times we've seen that.
Yes, it is. One for each team.
Mm-hmm. So it's third down and very long now for Munford. A second down and very long.
I think it's third, is it not?
They just got a first down. It may be. Little pass caught, but Childersburg's all over it this time as the pass receiver, Lemons, goes nowhere.
A little flanker screen, and Munford just all over it. Big number 55 over there for the Childersburg Tigers, Abrams.
Third down now for Munford. They lost a couple of more yards. They got to get all the way to the Childersburg 32 for a first down.
Yeah, make that Heath in on the stop, not Abrams.
He's sitting up here.
Yeah.
41-yard line.
Maybe I was wishing
he ain't made a tackle in a long time. Reeves gives it to Smith. And Smith is horse-collared and thrown down. Nice tackle for Childersburg that time. That big old 71 in there making the stop.
Yeah, good job.
Or that 7, excuse
Chapman.
me.
Andrew Chapman in on the stop.
There's been a lot of Chapmans play at Childersburg down through the years. Fourth down and long. Keith stands back at his 22-yard line. And Kidd watches it go over his head, and it's going to take a roll inside the 10 to about the 6-yard line. That's a pretty good punt.
Yes, it is.
I don't know if Kidd didn't see that or what.
I don't know, but he just sort of, I guess he thought Jim that thing was going to take a kick and go in the end zone and get it out to the 20, but it sort of kicked laterally once it hit the ground.
So Childersburg has it deep in their own territory at the 6-yard line, trailing 7-0. Got to be careful down here.
No mistakes here if you're a Childersburg Tiger fan.
You know, Munford's got just about as many fans here as Childersburg's got.
They brought a crowd with them, but you know that thing called winning will do that.
First down and 10 for Childersburg. Different quarterback in now. That is Justin Taylor. And not a whole lot of running room getting back to the line of scrimmage. And Taylor in at quarterback, and they had Kidd in a running back slot. Mm-hmm. So might have gained a yard, not much more. They go back to the same set. You got Kennebrew or Bennett in the backfield.
Kidd in the slot.
Yeah. Taylor's played some at quarterback. It's mostly been Kidd. Childersburg going to have to hurry. Play clock down, and they're going to have to try to call a timeout and get it done just in the nick of time. But that's the second timeout here in the first quarter.
Well, Jim, you wonder if that's on the coaches or on the players. You know, they were trying to get a play into the new quarterback into the football game, and it just took too long to get it in to get it to the kid.
Well, Childersburg didn't want to make any mistakes because they're deep in their own territory at the 6-yard line with a second down and long, 3:38 to go in the first quarter, and Munford on top by a score of 7-0. Both teams have played kind of sloppily here in the first quarter so far.
Put it on the ground, snapped it over their quarterback's head. I think Munford has actually done that twice. Childersburg once.
Dropped a punt,
and that led to a what Childersburg would have got great field position out of it, led to a turnover, and the Munford Lions take it to the house.
So after the Childersburg timeout, Coach Beverly, he's a stickler. He wants things done right.
Absolutely.
So we get back to action now with Justin Taylor. Taylor's a senior, and he's running the club right now, and Taylor looks to throw it out of the end zone. And fires, is caught and dropped. Well, he did catch it, didn't he?
Did.
That is Jalen Kidd.
That's Kidd.
So Kidd's got the first down.
Now they say no.
Yeah, I thought for a moment he had dropped it, and it is incomplete, so it'll be second down, or third down now.
He got it slapping the football. I think that was an indication to the official that Kidd did indeed drop the football.
So third and long. Nice pass by Taylor.
Yes, it was.
He's going to roll out of the end zone, fired out in the flat, incomplete.
Dropped.
And is a pass behind the intended receiver, McCain, so it's fourth down.
And Jim, Munford, barring any miracles, should come out of this thing with great field position somewhere around the, I'm going to say the Childersburg 45-yard line.
If Kidd could have hung on to that pass, it had a first down, but it just bounced out of his hands. So Childersburg will punt it away. And Kennebrew is in his own end zone to punt. Munford should have a pretty short field to work with here. 3:26 to go in the opening quarter. And short kick. And it's going to hit at the 30, bounce high in the air, and roll it to about the 37-yard line, maybe the 36-yard line, where Munford will take over in great field position.
Always good to start a drive where they're going to start this one at the 36, 37-yard line in the opponent's territory.
Childersburg trails 7-0. This is the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week on TV 47, the Alabama Cable Network. Tanner Reeves throws it out in the flat and down the sideline for the first down. And that's going to be Flint. And it's a first down for the Lions.
Pass to number 11. Jerry Flint.
Now they say he went out of bounds, maybe a couple of yards short of the first down.
Isaiah Jones was in on the stop for the Childersburg Tigers.
Reeves, again, he pumps to throw, and he's got the same guy out there again. That's Flint, and Flint's got the first down.
And once again, Jones in on the stop, along with Jacoby Brown.
But not before the Lions get it to the 18-yard line, first and 10.
Jim, they just not putting nobody out there. They need to probably get up there and play a bump and run with their wide receiver.
Smith trying to get outside. Now he slips one tackle, but taken down. He ran a long way, didn't get much of it.
Yes, he did. That was a good job by number 6, Darrell Bradford.
Defensively, Childersburg busted the play up a little bit inside.
It like to have been a fumble in the backfield. Very, very close.
After a lot of real estate covered, he gained a yard. So second down and 9. 2:22 remaining in the opening quarter. Munford 7, Childersburg nothing. Reeves again out of the spread. And he's throwing, got a man wide open at the 5-yard line, touchdown. He was wide open. That's Marshall Clark.
Mm-hmm. That's what we used to call a little look-in pass, quickie pass, or slant pass, your choice. But at any rate, the linebacker didn't get the job done to cover him, and he walks in for yet another score.
2:05 remaining in the first quarter. It's Munford trying to add to their lead. They lead 13-0 right now. Whistles blow, and they're going to be a penalty somewhere here. Munford, with a win tonight, would move to 6-0 in the region.
That would just about assure them maybe a number 2 seed.
At least.
Or at least a number 2. Could be a number 1.
They lost to Central of Clay County 21-20 in a non-region game, but we know how strong Central of Clay County is.
They are very strong. A 5A school, and this was a 4A school playing the 5A school. So it does not hurt them in the ratings.
Legal procedure against the Lions. Mark off 5 yards. Be a 25-yard extra point now.
Don't seem to make much difference.
Nope. With 2:05 remaining in the first quarter, the kick is good. Munford, as we come back up the field, leads the Childersburg Tigers 14-0. This is the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week on TV 47 and the Alabama Cable Network. Town and Country Cleaners, West Fort Williams and Sylacauga, Cherokee Road in Alexander City, understand the business of life. Your dry cleaning is our specialty, whatever the season may be. Mondays, 5 laundry shirts, $8.25. Tuesday, 2-piece suits, $6.50. Wednesday, regular dresses, $6.50 each. And Wednesday and Thursday, pants, $3.25 each. From uniforms for officers to cheerleaders to band, we handle them all. Town and Country Cleaners, Sylacauga and Alexander City. From our friendly staff, we say thank you. 2-touchdown advantage for the Munford Lions in the first quarter, leading Childersburg 14-0. And we talked early on about Childersburg can't afford to get behind too far, too quick.
Well, you know, Jim, they started their drive from the 37-yard line of the Childersburg Tigers. That's asking for trouble, and you know, Munford obliged them.
Munford kicking off, and that is Jalen Kidd with it, and Kidd's over the 30 to about the 35-yard line. Or make it, that is not Jalen Kidd, that is Garrett on the kickoff return. So it'll be a first down for Childersburg at their own 34-yard line.
And Campbell was in on the stop for the Munford Lions, number 34.
See if Childersburg go back to their conventional offense. I think they will here with Jalen Kidd.
I see Jalen Kidd coming back out, so I think he'll be your signal caller.
Maurice Bennett back there with him. Kidd gives to Bennett, and Bennett is hit and knocked back at the line of scrimmage.
He ran into a brick wall, did he not? Number 50, Campbell.
Very short gain, if any, at the 35-yard line, second down and long.
They give him one across the way.
That's very lenient on that one.
Yes, they were.
Both our bands will be performing at halftime, brought to you by Coosa Valley Medical Center. Senior quarterback Jalen Kidd with a second down and a long 9. Kidd keeps it, and he's hit and falls forward for a couple of yards to the 37.
You know, Jim, speaking of the Coosa Valley Medical Center, played in a golf tournament the first part of this week down at Farm Links, sponsored by Coosa Valley Medical Center, and did an outstanding job with it and really put on a show down there.
Yeah, they usually do.
Yes, they do.
So third down now and about 6 for Childersburg. They send Isaiah Jones to the bottom of the screen and Garrett in the slot. 5 wideouts. Jalen Kidd keeps it himself, and he's short of the first down across the 40 to the 42. He spread the defense out, but the defensive front's pretty salty for Munford Lions.
Yes, it is. That middle linebacker Campbell on the stop again for the Munford Lions.
So fourth down, Childersburg may go for it here. Or maybe trying to draw them offside. Who knows?
Are they aware it's fourth down?
Yep. 5 on the play clock. And they do go for it, and they make right at it. He was hammered.
Boy, I'm telling you, Campbell.
Oh, wow.
Campbell just rung his bell.
Jalen got the first down, but, man, that was a great spot, too.
Yeah, did he pay for it? Yes, he did. Campbell just really said, don't come here, big boy. I'm fixing to whack you good.
I mean, when he hit him, he stopped.
Yes, he did.
That's the end of the first quarter with Childersburg trailing Munford by a score of 14-0 at John Cox Stadium. This is the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week on TV 47, the Alabama Cable Network.
Collier Motors Paint and Body, family owned and operated, has been serving the folks of Sylacauga and South Talladega County for over 26 years. We do all types of body work and use PPG paints. We offer a lifetime warranty for our work. We also do all types of insurance work too. We at Collier Motors are proud supporters of all our schools here in South Talladega County. So come in and see Norman, Leslie, and the guys. And from our family to yours, thank you.
CallTheShield.com is the solution to pest and termite problems. APS shields your home from termite infestation, unwanted pests, mold and water intrusion, sagging floors, and unhealthy lawns. Visit CallTheShield.com to schedule your free evaluation. That's CallTheShield.com to schedule your free evaluation. Alabama Professional Services, protection for your home.
Well, we come back to work in the second quarter, and officials indicate that Munford called a timeout. Why would they call a timeout?
I don't know.
But you talked about the golf tournament, and Coosa Valley Medical Center puts this on every year and do a fantastic job. And I had a pain block done at Coosa Valley Medical Center. And from the time I got there, from the registration all the way through the procedure, they were so kind. And glad that Coosa Valley Medical Center is a big part of our community, the top employer in the city of Sylacauga.
Well, you know, I talked to Vanessa Green once I got down to Farm Links, and she told me, I said, are you tired? She said, I got started real early, but we're very, very happy to do this. And, you know, it was a great facility to play, and the hospitality that the hospital showed was just outstanding.
Of course, the city of Childersburg is serviced by Coosa Valley Medical Center, and a lot of people in Childersburg work there. So, so after the timeout, which was odd to begin the second quarter, we're back at it. Childersburg runs the first play with Maurice Bennett. And I tell you, this defense don't give up much.
No, they do not. Big number 58 in on the stop there for the Munford Lions.
2nd and 10.
Stockdale. I'm sorry, not Stockdale. Bussy.
So second, and they do give him a yard on it, 2nd and 9. Kidd and Bennett in the backfield. They go back to Bennett, and Bennett breaks one tackle, and he's hit head on too at the 49.
Number big 21 in there, stuck his bonnet in there.
Along with number 9.
Yeah, Ross and Clark.
So 3rd down and 4 for Childersburg at the Munford 49-yard line. I would think Childersburg go for it this time if they don't make the first down here. And Maurice Bennett is short of that first down.
Yeah. Jim, I just one of the down linemen, the defensive lineman I was looking at, just watching him play, Patterson. Get this, defensive tackle. He's a senior, 6'2", 300.
Yeah, pretty good load.
He anchors the center of the line.
And he's not, you know, he's built pretty good.
Yes, he is.
So Childersburg going to go for it right here with 4th down and a yard from the Munford 46-yard line.
Well, they went 4th and 5 and made it.
Bennett in the backfield. Kidd keeps it himself, and he's hit, fumbles a football, and Childersburg's got it the first down. Well, it's at midfield, and that should give them first down.
It's going to be real close. The marker across the way, Jim, is right on the 50.
Should be a first down if they mark it on the 50. It is. Can't be anything but.
That's it.
On a fumble by Kidd, and one of the big linemen fell on it, so it's a first down. So they move the chains from the 45-yard line now.
Childersburg really does need to get some points out of this drive.
Kidd keeps it himself, and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Number 55, boy, I'm telling you, he just had no part of that.
You can tell that these guys know how to tackle.
Yes, they do, Jim. When they get to you, you're not going to go much further.
Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. Childersburg trails 14-0, 9:15 to go in the first half. Kidd looking to throw. He throws down the middle of the field and is in traffic. Was that caught? I think it was.
I think it was.
Be a first down for the Childersburg Tigers, and TK Kennebrew with the reception. And that was in some heavy traffic.
Yes, he did, but he was lucky to get away with that one, but he did.
Up at the 33-yard line, first down and 10, Childersburg. Jalen Kidd limping a little bit. And he's going to have to come out of the game, and they bring Justin Taylor in. That'd be a blow if they lose Jalen Kidd.
Yes.
Like he may have an ankle problem.
I think he got hit pretty good after he released the football.
Whistles blow. Man, I don't know what this is about.
Unless it's an illegal substitution.
Quarterback now, number 4.
The man broke the huddle with 12 on the field.
We'll see what unravels here is going to be against Munford. All right, that's going to be a 15-yard mark-off.
Might have been something said, personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Oh, boy.
Something said, not something done.
It may have been on the sideline then.
Could have been.
It'll be a first down, Childersburg, any event inside the 20-yard line. And Taylor's the quarterback. Taylor rolling to throw, trying to get away some pressure. Now pulls it down. He's hit and sacked. You're not going to do that against Munford.
Mitchell made first contact. And there's it, number 55 again. Boy, I'm telling you, he's all over the field. Jeffrey Threet.
Loss of 4. Second down and 14.
I see they retaping the ankle on
This is a different offense with Taylor in there than it is with the Kidd. Inside handoff to Bennett. Bennett is at the 20-yard line, third down. They got to get inside the 10.
And Pernell Mitchell again in on the stop for the Munford Lions.
Childersburg sends in McCain. And he replaces Thrash. So third down and about 12 for Childersburg, trailing 14-0. Passing situation here. Taylor rolls and looks and throws, and it is incomplete. Too tall for the intended receiver, trying to get it to Garrett. So it'll be fourth down.
Looks like it sort of sailed on him a little bit. You know, Jim, they've been going for it from their own 45 and around midfield. Surely they will have a go at this.
Childersburg looks like they called a timeout. That's their third of the half. So with 7:28 to go in the first half, Munford leads Childersburg 14-0. Back to John Cox Stadium after this.
In Alabama, there are two things we take serious: football and barbecue. And at August Barbecue, we take our business serious. Our meat is smoked daily to give you the freshest and best quality. Ask about our daily vegetable specials. And don't forget about our beef brisket, served up every Thursday and Friday. We have a great outdoor seating area to enjoy the best live music around every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Great service, great atmosphere, and great food. August Barbecue. You can taste the difference.
Timeout taken by Coach Beverly and the Childersburg Tigers in the first half, trailing 14-0. You want to get their story straight right here because it's fourth down and 13 and down by 14. You need some points out of this.
Well, Jim, I'm not too sure they in field goal range for the Childersburg kicking team.
They're bringing their quarterback out, Taylor, so I think they're going to go for it here, are they not? Let's see what happens here. We're fourth and 13. They got the play from the sideline at the timeout. Bennett back there with Taylor, and Taylor looking to throw across the middle, and it's incomplete, batted away. Good job defensively again, and that's Clark.
He's been all over the field.
So it'll be a first down for Munford as they turn the Tigers away. The best scoring opportunity Childersburg's had so far in the first half.
Yes, it is.
At the 21-yard line, first and 10, Munford leading 14-0.
Now, defensively, Jim, what they need to do is get them a 3 and out, and they'll have plenty of time to maybe drive the football down and get a score. You sure don't want Munford to take this and methodically drive it down the field and put points on the board. That would just break your back.
Tanner Reeves, and he gives to Smith, and Smith's got running room across the 25 to the 28-yard line. Jamarcus Tuck on the tackle.
Brown also, number 3, in on the stop for the Childersburg Tigers.
You'll take 5 or 6 yards on first down anytime.
Absolutely.
Reeves again, gives to Smith off right in.
Trying to run the corner.
And looked like it got a face mask right there too, but
gonna get close.
And he's gonna be near the first down.
They stopping it. Is there a flag? I don't see one.
3rd and very short. I saw Smith's headgear turn sideways.
It's a real good indication that somebody snatched that face mask.
Well, they indicate it is a first down, so we'll go with that. 1st and 10. If you're the offensive team and you got the chains on your side of the football right there, sometimes you can get a first down.
Yep.
Reeves takes a snap and he swings it out of the backfield. It's caught.
He's down.
Like
He should be down right there.
But breaking tackles down the sideline and all the way to midfield. And that is Britt again, but sure looked like he had a knee back
Yes,
there.
it looked like he caught it on the knee.
It's a first down for the Munford Lions across midfield.
Lions may have got a break right there, Jim.
48-yard line, 1st and 10, leading 14-0, 6.5 to go in the first half. Reeves to Smith. Smith breaking one tackle, and he's inside the 45 to the 43. Maurice Bennett makes a stop for Childersburg. It'll be 2nd down now and 5. Munford pretty predominantly just running the football right now.
Yes, they are.
Reeves keeps it himself this time, and he's got some room too. And he falls forward to the 33-yard line in the grass of Childersburg's Terry Thomas. Another first down.
This is what defensively Jonathan Beverly did not want to happen, but it is happening. They taking time off the clock here at the end of the first half and methodically just sort of driving it down their throat.
4-man Tiger front. Reeves is going to throw it this time. Got a man open and is caught
Good
at the
catch.
20-yard line. What a catch by the receiver, and that is Marshall Clark. He had
Great
glue on
job.
his hands,
Yes,
didn't he?
he did.
And he was the only guy that could catch it.
Mm-hmm.
So at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 Munford. Trying to add more to a 14-0 lead. Reeves again throws it and is caught. And this time Childersburg does a good job and throw him down for no gain, maybe a yard on the carry, on the gain as Keyshawn McKinney throws him down.
Well, I'm telling you, Jim, if they ever get up there and start playing bump and run, the quarterback is not getting a lot of zip on those kind of passes, and they sort of floating a little bit. And, boy, I'm telling you.
And holding on Munford, so that'll help Childersburg. Penalties has been Childersburg's best friend here in the first half. They move it back to the 30-yard line. Why don't you tell me to bring my jacket tonight?
Well, you didn't get that memo?
No, I missed it.
Uh-oh.
I wish I hadn't, though.
Well,
here's Reeves, and he gives off inside, and that's Sistrunk. Sistrunk to the 15. He's a big load, too.
Yes, he is. And Terry Thomas holding on for dear life.
Second down, pickup of about 4 or 5. You can tell by how Munford carries themselves. They've been in these games before.
Oh, yeah.
And they know how to handle it.
Well, you know, give a lot of credit to their head coach, Bill Williams.
Good job defensively that time by Childersburg as they throw the ball carrier down. And Jacoby Brown is a good football player for Childersburg, one of the best linebackers in the area.
Yes, he is.
So 3rd down and 5. Munford leads 14-0. 4 minutes to go in the half. Reeves getting a play call in, and Smith looking over the sideline as well. And penalty flags are down again. Nope, Munford gets a quick timeout to avert the penalty. So with 3:45 to go in the first half, Munford continuing to lead. Childersburg threatening for more. 14-0 Munford. Back to John Cox Stadium right after this.
Birmingham, the long wait is over. Hockey is back in the Magic City.
Coverage begins Saturday as the Bulls face off against the Mississippi River Kings, live from South Haven, Mississippi. Presented by Alabama Professional Services. Call theshield.com. Don't miss the return of the Birmingham Bulls as they open up against the Mississippi River Kings, live Saturday night on TV 47, the Alabama Cable Network, and TV 24.
Smith called a timeout for Munford as the play clock was running down. So 3rd down and 5 here, and Munford's had the football for quite a while on this drive. Childersburg trying to get their defense settled a little bit more.
Jimmy, it was a little over 7 minutes to go until halftime when Munford took over.
So 3rd down now after the timeout. Reeves is throwing into the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown. Nice throw and catch, and that's Zay Britt again.
A good throw and catch.
I'm telling you, this Britt kid is a fine football player.
Yes, he is.
So it's 20-0.
And it's just what we didn't need happened.
Mm-hmm.
And we would tell you who this kicker is, but we don't have a number 20 listed on our roster here.
Well, he's been true so far tonight.
Yes, he has.
And he's true again. With 3:39 to go in the first half, it's all Munford leading Childersburg by a score of 21-0 as the Munford Lions increase their lead at John Cox Stadium. Back with more action. This is the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week on TV 47 and the Alabama Cable Network. The Alabama ALS Walk is coming to Birmingham Saturday, October the 28th. Sign up at 10, the walk at 11. Purchase your Team Raising Cane t-shirts honoring Christy Cane, former educator at Sylacauga High School. Fundraising helps buy equipment for people diagnosed with ALS. Text your order for Raising Cane ALS t-shirts to Randy Kane 256-521-4002. Let's help Team Raising Cane help honor Christy's memory today. Thank you. Back at John Cox Stadium, Childersburg trails 21-0. Another big game over in Clay County tonight, Toots.
Yes, and with about 5 minutes to go in the first half, it's 21-7 Clay Central over the Sylacauga Aggies.
Sylacauga would like a win tonight.
Yes.
They want to secure a 2 seed in the playoffs because a 2 seed hosts the first round.
1-2 stay home, 3-4 travel.
And you get some tough opponents in that 3-4 slot.
Yes, you do. Munford was off sides.
And kick taken in at about the 10-yard line. And that's Kennebrew, and he is hit hard at about the 28-yard line. These Munford Lions put the head bonnet on you, man.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Sistrunk on the tackle. First down, Childersburg. Trailing 21-0. Desperate to get some points before halftime. Jalen Kidd coming back out. He's got a gimpy ankle, though.
They got it retaped, and
he's favoring it a little bit.
Yeah, seems to have done the job so far.
Kidd will work out of the spread and keeps it himself. And not much happening as he gets to the 30-yard line.
Number 6 made the first contact for the Munford Lions.
Mitchell there too, Pernell Mitchell. Second down and 8. Kidd gives to the first man through, and that is McCain. McCain gets a couple of yards, but not a whole lot more.
Patton in on the stop for the Munford Lions, number 54.
Third down and 6.
Jim, they certainly need to, get a first down or two here and not give Munford the opportunity to get more chances at scoring some points.
Kidd waiting on the play from the sideline. Now he gets it. McCain back there with him. And they give it to McCain. McCain has got the first down or close to it at about the 38-yard line.
It's going to be real close.
Right at the first down marker. And they keep moving the football around there.
They're probably going to have a look at it.
First down.
They say first down.
So Childersburg with 2:14 before halftime would love to get a touchdown.
Yes, sir.
Trailing 21-0.
And Childersburg will get the football to start the third quarter.
Kidd gives to McCain, and he is hit at the line of scrimmage and driven back.
Number 78, I'm telling you, buddy.
79.
Was it 79?
Yep. He's a big one.
Braxton. It is 79.
Yeah.
Boy, they are big across the front.
Second and long. Kidd keeps it off the end, and they just surround the football and try to strip the football from him.
They're going to call it down.
Pernell Mitchell again. Mitchell's all over the field, too.
Yes, he is.
39-yard line, third down long with about a minute to go and a half. Kidd rolling to throw. He's going to pull it down and be tackled at the 40. And they put that shoulder on him then, too.
That number 18.
That's Sistrunk, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So fourth down. And Kidd may have been shaken up then.
Campbell was holding on, and Sistrunk really finished the deal.
So it'll be fourth down. And Munford calls a timeout. They want more points themselves. 42 seconds to go. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout and come back. John Cox Stadium right after this.
Do you need photo or video services for a special event? Shoot First Media does that. Need promotional materials for your product or instructional videos for your industry? Shoot First Media does that too. Need help editing and reproducing your own photos or videos? Or how about transferring those old home movies from tape or film? You guessed it, Shoot First Media does that. For these and many other services, call Shoot First Media today at 256-404-1587.
So it is fourth down for Childersburg, and they'll punt it away. Kennebrew to punt. Munford wants a chance at the football.
Let's see if they got the block or the return on. They getting a lot of folks around the line of scrimmage.
Well, Britt's already scored 2 touchdowns. He stands back at the 28-yard line. I wouldn't kick it to him. See where Kennebrew, high snap, boy. And it's a poor punt.
Straight up.
Yeah, that thing is way out of bounds. And let's see, they're going to mark that thing way up over here at about the 45-yard line or somewhere.
So with 32 seconds to go, you can look for Munford, sort of air that thing out.
Well, they're going to spot it at the 45 in Munford territory. And, you know, if you're an official, that's a difficult.
Yes, it is.
Try to spot that thing the way it's kicked.
Well, the referee stands back behind the punter. He's the one that's got the angle to see where it actually goes out of bounds. He's the one who calls the side judge or back judge up to where he thinks it went out.
45-yard line, 1st and 10, Munford leading 21-0. Got a feeling Reeves is going to air this one out. Swings it out of the backfield, incomplete. Intended for receiver, and they had some receivers down the field, but they chose to swing it out of the backfield, so it'll be 2nd down and 10.
It was intended for our champion.
27 seconds to go. Munford 21, Childersburg nothing. They're going to have to get it on down the field here if they're going to make something happen here on this drive. Reeves is looking. He swings it out to Smith. And Smith's got a seam.
They have some blockers, too.
And he's inside the 40 to the 35, and it looked like his face mask got hooked. But it'll be a 1st down.
And I'm going to tell you, they were mighty lucky that didn't turn into 6.
Holding against Munford, she'll bring that one back. That's 3 holding calls on Munford tonight that's really hurt them.
That's going to turn around, Jim, and be about a 30, 35-yard penalty or more.
That'll take the air out of your balloon there.
Right quick.
29-yard line now with Childersburg trailing 21-0. Munford in control of this football game in the 1st half.
I'm sure Coach Smith will not be happy with that, the head man over at Munford.
They're going to still throw it. And it is incomplete. And that ends the 1st half with the Munford Lions going to the dressing room at John Cox Stadium with a commanding 21-0 lead over the Childersburg Tigers. The Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week will continue with our halftime show brought to you by Coosa Valley Medical Center right after this.
Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our knowledgeable pharmacists are always available for questions about your medications or advice on taking over-the-counter products and supplements. Our friendly staff can assist you in choosing from our full lines of compression hose and medical equipment. And don't forget our gift department. We have a great selection of unique gifts for every occasion. Stop by today and see us. Marble City Pharmacy, where your health comes first.
Superintendent Dr. Susan Lacey. The band is under the direction of drum major Sarah Chavez. Band captain drum captain Jason Hill. Major and captain Kennedy Kennedy. The Munford High School band will perform their show entitled Late Night during our halftime enjoyment. The show will open with a thurman by the Fall Out Boys before transitioning into Hotel Grooves by St. Sally. Following the drum feature will be our softer-sided kiss and our ballad entitled Bed. Before closing our show with Jeannie. Ladies and gentlemen, drum major Sarah Chavez, the Pride of Munford Marching Band.
Some things change and some things don't. From the beginning, Wright Tire and Service has been all about quality products and first-class service. From great tires at a super price to the expert car service that you want for your family. Oil changes, front-end alignment, brake work, and much more. You can count on our experienced professionals to give you quality work at a fair price. Tires and a whole lot more at Wright Tire and Service on West Fort Williams, next to Robo Motors.
Flight captains, Toy Williams and Terry Thatcher, Woodman captain, Tabari Johnson, Brass captain, Destiny Williams, and drum captains, Jacob Graham and Leonard Waterhill. Songs for 2017 halftime show will include Ants Marching by Dave Mantle's band, Sound of Silence by Disturbed, and Chumps Trumpets by Jason Bloom. Drum Major Martin Howard, is your band ready? 2017 Marching Tiger Band.
Coosa Valley Medical Center, one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama, is also Sylacauga's largest employer. Services from the emergency room to surgery to cancer treatment to post-stroke care. You won't believe what's right in your backyard. It's Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. So, if you're sick in Alabama, choose one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama. That is Coosa Valley Medical Center. The Allen Companies of Sylacauga, with 3 locations to serve you: Highway 511, Highway 280, and Main Avenue. For all your convenience store needs, ice, drinks, snacks, and of course, some of the lowest priced gasoline at the pumps. It's the Allen Companies of Sylacauga. Highway 511, Highway 280, and Main Avenue. It's the Allen Company convenience stores.
At Fort Williams Pharmacy, you won't find motor oil, garden hoses, or mountain climbing gear. Nope, they don't have that. What they do have is a professional, friendly staff that understands your needs. Filling prescriptions is their primary business, and they take it seriously. They also have a drive-through window for your convenience and free local delivery. Most of all, Fort Williams Pharmacy knows your time is valuable, so when it's time to fill your prescriptions, you need it done fast, friendly, and accurately. Fort Williams Pharmacy, our family, caring for your family. Curtis & Son Funeral Home has been around since 1975, and we are committed to being there for the people of this area. At Curtis & Son, we understand that funerals can be a financial burden. We never want price to determine what funeral home you choose. We will gladly match any other funeral home's prices, including casket stores and cemeteries. We do this in honor of the hundreds of families we have served in the past. It is only fair that we do a little extra to make sure you know we will be there when you need us most.
Ron Johnson has been serving the people in the Coosa Valley for over 38 years. As a voice for the citizens of District 33, he has been a champion for the schools and their athletic programs. Ron Johnson proudly supports the teams competing every Friday night here in District 33. So good luck and have a great season.
Back at John Cox Stadium, it is halftime, and the Munford Lions having their way with the Childersburg Tigers by a score of 21-0, and turning out to be a kind of cool night here in Childersburg this evening.
You know, I sweated real bad earlier today. It got up to like 81 or 82 or somewhere in there, and boy, when that sun went down, it cooled off in a hurry, did it not? But back to the things at hand, the Childersburg Tigers really helped them out in the opening kickoff, you know. And I'm telling you, this Munford football team, they are for real. They are a good football team. They're well coached. They show a lot of discipline, Jim, and they run their offense, and there's not a whole lot of jumping up and down and carrying on. They do their job, do their business, and you got to contribute that to their head football coach, Coach Smith.
They're a hard-hitting football team.
They will flat put the bonnet on you.
Childersburg trails 21-0 at halftime over in Clay County. Clay Central over Sylacauga 28-14 at the half.
Yep. Big game over there.
We're winding down the season. This is week 8 of the high school football season. Next week, Childersburg will be on the road to take on Dadeville. And if they don't have better success here in the second half, they will be in a must-win situation at Dadeville next week.
Well, you know, I don't think Dadeville is playing to the caliber this year that everybody has seen them play in years past. But I know that Coach Beverly really wanted to have a good showing here tonight against the Munford Lions to solidify a place in the playoffs and get that out of the way. So far, it hadn't happened.
Munford with 3 first-half touchdowns. Britt with a 47-yard touchdown run at the 10-minute mark. And then it was quarterback Tanner Reeves connecting with Marshall Clark for a touchdown throw. And then in with 3:39 mark in the first half, it was Reeves to Britt for another touchdown. So it's 21-0 at halftime. And Childersburg got in Munford territory deep one time, but didn't get any points out of it.
They turned it over on downs, Jim, and they got a penalty along the way that sort of helped them get down to where they were, but they just couldn't cash in.
Childersburg got to get something going to get the football here to begin the third quarter, but their offense is going to have to get untracked a little bit more to get in the football game. Childersburg with a 3-2 mark in the region, and 3-4 overall, as the Childersburg Tigers under second-year coach Jonathan Beverly, and he's building this program. It's going to take him some time, and he told me this morning that they were just so markedly better from last year this time to this year at this time.
Well, anytime you bring on a new football coach, Jim, it takes, the old cliche, Rome wasn't built overnight. You don't build a championship caliber football team overnight. So Coach Beverly's doing a good job here at Childersburg, and I think everybody in the community likes him, and he does well for this community. And I think give him time, and he'll do good here with the Childersburg Tigers.
I want to say thanks to Coosa Valley Medical Center for sponsoring our bands tonight, and both bands did a fabulous job. And so we're glad to showcase the bands. Don't forget, tomorrow night on TV 47, the Alabama Cable Network, and TV 24, we will have Birmingham Bulls hockey. You ever been to a hockey game?
Yes, I have. I went to a
fight break out, or a hockey game fight and a hockey game broke out.
Hockey game broke out during the fight. Jim, I thought to watch it on television, to me, it's not that exciting. But you go to a game, and boy, I'm telling you, you get to view the whole ice situation. And boy, I'm telling you, there's a lot of excitement in a hockey game.
We will be over in Mississippi tomorrow night for the Bulls. And had Art Clarkson on this morning. Art Clarkson started that Birmingham Bulls hockey team way back when.
Yeah, and they took a little hiatus for a while, but they got it back. They brought back, seemed like Birmingham is starting to get things back together. UAB football's back. The Birmingham Bulls hockey team is back, and I think what that is, Jim, is sort of like maybe a Class 3A, like a baseball team is.
AAA or something?
Yeah, AAA, and like a AA, AAA. You play good there, and you step up to one of the major hockey teams.
Well, what we 300 miles from here to Nashville or something like that, and the Nashville Predators. They were in the Stanley Cup Finals this past year, so hockey is very popular in the South now. So you can see the puck will drop at about 7 o'clock tomorrow night as the Birmingham Bulls in action for the hockey season. Tonight, we're in the third quarter, just beginning the third quarter, as Childersburg trails Munford by a score of 21-0. The Tigers will get the football to start the third quarter, and offense is going to have to get untracked in a pretty good hurry.
Well, Jim, I tell you, if they're going to get back in this football game, they need to take the third quarter kickoff and put some points on the board. Munford right now, mentally, they think they've really got Childersburg's number and that they can have their way with them. But if Childersburg goes down and puts points on the board, it'll make them scratch their head and think again. So, it's the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, very, very important for the Childersburg Tigers.
Childersburg will get the football as Jeffrey Threet prepares to kick it away for the Munford Lions. 3 touchdowns in the first half from Munford. They lead at 21-0. As Childersburg will try to pick things up here in the third. And it's a end-over-end kick taken in at the 15-yard line. And that is Garrett. Garrett's tripped up at the 40. Nice run back by Garrett.
Good job by number 11, Garrett.
Good field position for Childersburg to start the third quarter.
Good place to start. And there's that Sistron's name again, Jim. That guy's been all over this field.
I think he's a basketball player, too.
I wonder if he's any again to Otis.
I don't know. Probably got more hair than Otis did.
Probably did.
He didn't have no hair. 40-yard line, 1st and 10. And Childersburg is going to go with Justin Taylor, quarterback. And Taylor hands to McCain. McCain's across the 40 into Munford territory all the way to the 35.
This is what Childersburg needs. They get a little momentum going, get the juices flowing.
They got Kidd in at a wideout. So the Tigers going with Justin Taylor. Maybe try to get a little spark in their throwing game.
Well, you know, Kidd being a wide receiver, Jim, you know, playing quarterback, he's got good hands. And
not a whole lot of running room for McCain.
Number 34.
Give him 2 yards on the carry. Second down and 8. Draven Campbell was on the tackle there. A little throw out in the flat to Jones, and Jones has got another first down to the 25-yard line. Isaiah Jones. So 2 pass plays and nice run by McCain, and Childersburg is at the Munford 24.
This may be the closest they've been.
High snap. Taylor hands to McCain, and McCain gets a couple of yards to about the 22.
Clark get on to stop for the Munford Lions.
Pickup of a couple. Childersburg in their no-huddle offense. Taylor wants to throw it, swings it out in the flat, caught by Kennebrew, and Kennebrew's hemmed up, but he gets to about the 21.
Going to bring up a huge third down for the Childersburg Tigers.
Marshall Clark with a stop for Munford at the 21-yard line, 3rd down and 7. Penalty flag is down. It's going to be against the Munford Lions. So that may give Childersburg a first down.
Good.
Let's see. Well, maybe it's against Childersburg. Let's see.
I think it's going against Munford.
Looks like it is. And that's going to be a major distance penalty to about the 10-yard line. So it'll be first down for the Childersburg Tigers. And it is a
dead ball. Unsportsmanlike.
That's the second one.
True.
Yeah. So just outside the 10-yard line, Childersburg, they'll say now it's 1st and goal.
You know, Jim, evidently it's something said, not something done, when you get those unsportsmanlike conduct penalties.
Taylor and McCain in the backfield. McCain is hit and knocked back. They snatched into that football, too.
Well, I'm telling you, Marshall Clark again making first contact.
Loss of a yard.
Jim, they need to get some kind of points. If they have to kick a field goal, so it be. They just need to get some points on the board and then just get some confidence knowing that they can move the ball against this Munford defense.
Trailing 21-0. 9:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. They go back inside, and crashing to about the 8-yard line is McCain again. There ain't a whole lot of running room between them tackles.
Well, I'm telling you, once they get to you, you don't go no further.
Mitchell on the top tackle again for Munford. And Campbell there too. So it'll be 3rd down and goal. Childersburg trying to dent the scoreboard for the first time. Trips receivers at the top of the screen. Here's Taylor. He's going to the other sideline, wide open for the touchdown. Nice catch by T.K. Kennebrew. Kennebrew with the touchdown catch.
Yeah, that's a touch pattern. You throw it to a spot and hope your receiver gets there. And this time Kennebrew did. That's what Childersburg needed. They took the opening kickoff, kept it for like 3 minutes, 12 seconds, and put points on the board.
8:48 remaining in the third quarter. Childersburg closes within 21-6 with a point after to follow. As the Tigers get on the board. And the point after is up, and the kick is good. So kicking the extra point is William Foy, and it's 21-7 now. Nice start for the Childersburg Tigers here in the third quarter to us with 8:48 to go.
Well, it's, again, that's just what the doctor ordered. They take the opening kickoff. You know, somewhere, you know, that Coach Beverly made some adjustments at halftime. He saw some things in the defense that they could exploit. And Childersburg did, and they did a good job of it. And they put points on the board in the opening possession of the third quarter.
Well, that particular play, Childersburg had trips receivers to one side and single receiver to this side, and they went to single coverage on Kennebrew, and they made them pay.
Well, I think all the defensive backs, they say trips left. Well, they're going to try to double one of those. You're going to get single coverage on the right side, and Kennebrew did a good job to run to a spot and catch the football.
Nice throw by Taylor. So Childersburg on the board, and they're going to short kick it and take it in at the 30-yard line. This guy's dangerous, but they run him down behind.
Yeah.
That is Cameron Thrash taking down the kick returner, and that is Zay Britt, who scored 2 touchdowns in the first half. Penalty flag is down, and I think that's going to be against Munford, too.
Cameron Thrash made the stop for the Childersburg Tigers.
Well, the penalty flag down. Now, I don't know if they're going to pick it up, but something happened. I think that was in the Munford huddle that something was said again, and that's going to be another major distance penalty.
He's talking to number 75.
Little yeah-yeah going on here now. At the 14-yard line, first down and 10.
Now, Jim, Childersburg to a dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. That's the third one. I don't know if they have a limit before one player has to go out of the ball game, but that's the third one against the team.
Here's Tanner Reeves to take the snap. He gives to Smith, and Smith has stood up at the line of scrimmage.
And Childersburg has got this thing called momentum now.
Jacoby Brown, the first to get there. Yep. And he's helped out by Desmond Phillips. So second down. They got to get out to the 40-yard line or nearabouts for a first down.
Yeah, that was a dead ball, so the yardage goes against the first down yardage.
Ball is at the 15-yard line. And whistles blow, and let's see what's happening now. I think the officials are going to try to get this thing calmed down a little bit. A lot of talking going on.
As my old buddy Barney would say, let's nip it in the bud and don't let it go more further, or somebody's going to leave this ball game.
I don't know exactly what is transpiring here, but it's got both teams really revved up on both sidelines out on the field.
Most momentum we've seen on the Childersburg side since we've been here.
Here we go, second down and 9. They reset the chains. That's one thing they've done. They had the chain to the 39-yard line.
Yes, they did.
Swinging out, and Childersburg again. A good job defensively as Britt, the receiver, but Childersburg is all over it as Terry Thomas is out there.
Terry Thomas.
So third down.
And about 9.
Looks like a different Childersburg team out here.
Yes, it does. It really does.
Trailing 21-7 now with a third down and long for Munford, and Munford would like to calm Childersburg down with a first down play here. They throw it out here and is caught, and it is a first down at the 27-yard line. Penalty flag coming in late.
That may be a face mask.
don't know who that's going to be against, but they threw it well behind the line of scrimmage.
I thought I saw a face mask on the defense.
Marshall Clark on the reception, and a good throw by Tanner Reeves, and on a 3rd and 9, picks up the first down, but let's check the penalty.
Jim, again, I still think Childersburg would, now then they telling Munford to get on back, and he was getting right rude with him. They telling Childersburg, I think, is going to have to step up and do a little bump and run.
It's against Munford.
Yep.
A little undisciplined here in the 3rd quarter. Back at the 12-yard line,
Personal
3rd down.
Foul. They don't say what, just says a personal foul.
If we aren't careful, this can get ugly here
Yes,
now.
it can.
Yeah, that's a lot of major distance penalties called against Munford just here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Reeves with a 3rd down and long. Steps back inside his 5 and throws. And now then he's keeping it. Instead,
Isaiah Thomas would have none of it.
Reeves faked everybody off then.
He did.
Except the defense from Childersburg, so it's 4th down.
So now Childersburg, Jim, should come out of here with pretty decent field position.
He pump faked like he was going to throw it to receiver and pulled it down, and Childersburg got him behind the line of scrimmage, so it's 4th down. Jalen Kidd will go back deep along with Kennebrew. And he'll stand in his own end zone, will be the punter, Dylan Campbell. Pretty good punt. And it's going to hit and bounce across the 45 to about the 49-yard line. So pretty good punt for Munford. And Childersburg's got it, though, in Munford territory, trailing 21-7.
Jim, they put points on the board here, and you're going to have a barn burner in the 4th quarter.
Munford kind of hurting themselves with major distance penalties,
Yes,
3 here in the 3rd quarter.
And it's personal stuff.
Here's Taylor. And getting a couple of yards, not much more, is McCain. Another penalty flag is down.
And another one.
See, that is just undisciplined. Then, big number 54, Patton, was really upset. And they're getting him out of the football game. But, boy, he was almost out of control. And Coach Smith's going to meet him at the sideline. See who this penalty is against.
Unsportsmanlike. Childersburg. Oh, this offsetting. So
the official's going to have to get this under control.
Yeah, no harm, no foul.
That's 5 major distance penalty calls here. Dead ball fouls, I guess.
But they're offsetting.
At the 48-yard line, 1st down and 10. Or 2nd down and 10, excuse me. Justin Taylor, the senior quarterback, on in relief of Jalen Kidd. They throw it out in the flat to Jones, and Jones is hit and knocked down.
Jim, that thing just taking a long time to get there. And they get closing speed from the Munford defense.
Marshall Clark circles around to make the tackle. 3rd down and 9 for Childersburg. Childersburg with an opportunity here to make some hay, trailing 21-7. He threw behind Jalen Kidd, and he had Kidd open there in the middle of the field. So it's 4th down.
Ball was behind him, and he caught that. He had a little running room.
So Munford will punt the football away, trailing 21-7.
I think Childersburg's going to punt it away.
Who'd I say? Another team?
You did.
Oh. Was it Munford?
I thought so.
Okay. Well, Munford will get it.
Munford will receive the punt from Childersburg.
TK Kennebrew will punt. But Childersburg had an opportunity there, but just couldn't get it to happen. Kennebrew stands at his 40. Good snap. Line drive kick. That is going to be picked up and fumbled and falling on it at the 10-yard line. Penalty flag is down again.
They may get Childersburg for too many men on the field.
Zay Britt fumbled the punt and then fell on it at the 11-yard line. We've had more laundry on the ground here in the third quarter than most people wash a week.
They call it holding on Munford. So they'll go half the distance of the goal.
The Lions are racking up some penalty yards here tonight.
I'm telling you. And you know, they played so with a lot of discipline in the first half, Jim.
Ball's all the way back to the 5-yard line now. 21-7, 5:34 to go in the third quarter. Munford over Childersburg. Senior quarterback Tanner Reeves takes a snap, gives to Smith. Smith running laterally, cut down in the backfield. Defensively, Jacoby Brown for the dropped him for a 2-yard loss.
Second down.
At about 11.
Yeah, about 11.
Reeves again. And this time it is Britt.
They could get a hold there.
Britt's taken out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
Bradford, I believe, on the stop for the...
Isaiah Jones, one of the guys there.
Yeah, Isaiah Jones is number 8.
So third down and about 4. If Childersburg can get a stop here, they get good field position.
Yep.
You never know. Big play. Tanner Reeves ready to take the snap. He does. Throws it out, and again, that play's worked for him well tonight. That's another first down, and that same guy is Marshall Clark.
Good pass, good catch.
So Munford comes up with a big third down conversion, first down at the 28-yard line.
Reeves to Clark. Jim, that is one way to take the momentum away from the blue shirts.
Smith off right in. Smith running room.
Hello.
And that's all the way up to the 40-yard line or thereabouts.
And I saw Kidd really put a shot on him, then heft him up and patted him on the head, Jim. Good sportsmanship by number 1, Jalen Kidd.
Another first down for the Lions. Seemed like they've kind of settled themselves a little bit after a rocky start in the third quarter.
I'm telling you, they are quite a bit bigger than the Tigers of Childersburg.
Here's Reeves with Smith back there with him. Reeves wants to throw it out here in the flat to Britt, and Britt is at the 45 and out of bounds at the 48-yard line. It's very difficult to stop a play like that.
Yes, it is. And they got a good block here on the end. I didn't catch that number who kicked out the defensive cornerback.
I think that was Marshall Clark. Now he goes to the top of the screen this time, and Britt goes up there with him. Reeves gives to Smith, and Smith outside again. Nice block. He's got a first down to the 42-yard line.
Good job by Kidd to maybe save a touchdown.
And Munford got a key block to spring Smith, and it'll be another Munford first down.
You know, this Childersburg-Munford thing is turning into quite a rivalry, is it not?
41-yard line, they'll mark it, 1st and 10. 3:40 to go in the third quarter. 21-7 Munford. Throwing, or faking and then throwing it down the sideline, and it is incomplete. Good job defensively by Keyshawn McKinney.
Intended for Smith.
Well, that stops the clock with 3:31 to go in the third quarter. Childersburg trails 21-7. Munford brings in Justin Sistrunk.
He's been all over the field this evening for the Munford Lions.
Tanner Reeves and Smith and Sistrunk make up the backfield. It is Smith. Smith is hit and driven back.
Ooh.
The goal 64 got a hold of
He did.
Stamps.
And he didn't go any further.
Isaiah Stamps.
Good job.
Loss of a couple of yards. At the 40-yard line, third down. Munford converted a third and long earlier on this drive. See what they got here. 2:55 with the clock running. Reeves to throw. Just swings a little dump pass out to Smith. Smith slips one tackle,
but
he'll be short of the first down at the 35. Penalty flag is down. As if that's a surprise.
Face mask, Childersburg. That'll give him a first down.
Don't need to help him. So it'll be a first down Munford after the penalty is tagged on at the 30-yard line. Official's not quite ready to get going yet. Now then they show the referee indicating it is a face mask. At the 30, 1st and 10. Reeves to Sistrunk, and Childersburg's Wilson rides him down. May have got 2 or 3 yards, but not much more.
Good job by Wilson. Jumped on his back and wouldn't let him go.
2:20 clock running, 21-7 Munford here in the third quarter. It's the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week. John Cox Stadium in Childersburg. Reeves with Sistrunk there with him. And Reeves keeps it. And he don't get a whole lot to about the 25-yard line, third down.
Desmond Phillips in on the stop for the Childersburg Tigers.
Munford is 6-1 on the season, 5-0 in the region. And Reeves tried to get Childersburg to jump, and I think they did. Little stutter count, and Childersburg a little too eager.
Javaris Wilson, I think, jumped off sides.
Both teams with a lot of energy here in the third quarter. They bring up a first down. That's the second penalty-driven first down here in this drive. First down for Munford. At about the 20-yard line. Sistrunk.
Not a whole lot.
Tigers are there to slam him down. Several blue jerseys on the bottom of that pile.
Javaris Wilson, number 40, in on the stop. He's the kid that jumped off sides just moments ago.
Isaiah Stamps there too. A minute to go in the third quarter. No gain, second down and 10. Let's see if Reeves tries to go back to Marshall Clark. He's had great success with him, and he does. And Clark's got it. And he falls forward to about the 15 or thereabouts with 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Keyshawn McKinney in on the stop for Childersburg.
Third down and 4.
Munford does not have to run another play here in the third quarter.
Reeves to Smith. Smith is hit. And good job defensively by Keyshawn McKinney as the third quarter is going to come to a close. And when we come back, it'll be 4th down for the Munford Lions as we head to the 4th quarter, with Childersburg trailing Munford by a score of 21-7. This is the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week on TV 47 and the Alabama Cable Network.
Town and Country Cleaners, West Fort Williams and Sylacauga, Cherokee Road in Alexander City, understand the business of life. Your dry cleaning is our specialty, whatever the season may be. Mondays, 5 laundry shirts, $8.25. Tuesday, 2-piece suits, $6.50. Wednesday, regular dresses, $6.50 each. And Wednesday and Thursday, pants, $3.25 each. From uniforms for officers to cheerleaders to band, we handle them all. Town and Country Cleaners, Sylacauga and Alexander City. From our friendly staff, we say
Thank you.
Collier Motors Paint and Body, family owned and operated, has been serving the folks of Sylacauga and South Talladega County for over 26 years. We do all types of body work and use PPG paints. We offer a lifetime warranty for our work. We also do all types of insurance work too. We at Collier Motors are proud supporters of all our schools here in South Talladega County. So come in and see Norman, Leslie, and the guys. And from our family to yours, thank you.
As we get started in the 4th quarter, Munford with a 4th down and 4 deep in Childersburg territory at about the 15, maybe the 14-yard line. Childersburg got to make a stop here.
Well, I see, Jim, they've moved their defensive backs up a little bit.
Here's the 4th down play with Tanner Reeves, the senior quarterback. He's joined by Carson Smith, the senior halfback. Big play. 4th and 4. And there's the same guy again for a first down. Actually, it's not. That's a different guy. That's Lemons.
What he does, he just delays. He doesn't leave on the snap of the ball. And when the backs back off, he just runs into a little open area and, give Reeves a lot of credit. He got him the football and a first down.
We've been seeing Clark make the catch, but they went with Lemons this time on the same play.
Clark was on this side.
First down and goal. Looking in the end zone, wide open and sliding catch for the touchdown. And this time it is to Marshall Clark. So Munford increases their lead to 27-7. Good drive by the Lions.
It was good.
If you get the football in the vicinity of Marshall Clark, he's going to catch it.
I guarantee you. Wonder if he's got that stickum on him hands, because, buddy, when he gets his paws on it, it stays.
Point after to follow with Munford increasing their lead to 27-7 now, just starting the 4th quarter. Place down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 11:34 remaining in the football game, Munford 27, or make it 28, and Childersburg 7 here at John Cox Stadium in Childersburg. The Tigers can't afford to fiddle around. They got to get some points on the board.
And in a hurry. With 11:34 left in the contest, they trail by 3 scores.
Dwayne Garrett goes back deep for Childersburg as Munford prepares to kick off.
Jim, seemed like a lot of momentum just really charged the third quarter, and now it's sort of tapered back down a little bit. I don't know if it was all those penalties that got all the Childersburg partisans fired up, but once Childersburg put points on the board, we thought this was going to be a real slobber knocker here in the 4th quarter.
And it still might be.
Could be.
Got a whole quarter to go. Childersburg has got to get something going as Garrett back deep, along with T.K. Kennebrew. Patton to kick it away. Goes across the sideline with it. And that's Bennett. And Bennett is knocked down. Draven Campbell on the special teams for Munford.
Well, let's see who's going to pull the trigger for the Tigers on this offensive set.
You would think they'd probably stay with Taylor.
Yeah. He's had some success.
First down for the Tigers at the 24-yard line, and they are bringing Taylor back out. But they do have Kidd at a wideout.
Uh-huh. Justin Taylor. Where's number 4?
He's a senior. Kalen McCain is in the backfield with him.
And a whistle.
Penalty flag is down. It may be delay a game. Wow. Sure don't need that.
Nope.
At the 19-yard line now. Taylor looking, got some time. He just shuttles it out here to Isaiah Jones, and Jones is wrapped up. Kalen Patton, the defensive tackle, that's that 6'2", 300-pounder you're talking about.
Yeah. He gets around pretty good, does he not?
Kind of jars the earth when he walks. Second down and long, about 15 still.
Ooh,
there he is again. Look at that big 54. I mean, he's taking over.
Telling you, somebody done made him mad.
McCain had nowhere to go. So third down. Patton was the one that was so upset earlier in the third quarter they had to take out of the game. So third down and very long, 3rd and 15. And Taylor keeps it himself, and he's not going to get much at all.
Not at all.
So 4th down, and on the stop is Michael Armstrong. And Marshall Clark there too, so it's 4th down.
So once again, the Munford Lions should get decent field position.
Kennebrew will punt. Munford leads 28-7 in the 4th quarter with 9:35 to go. Kennebrew with a punt out of there. Pretty good punt. And it's going to take a nice Childersburg bounce, but I think they said it goes out of bounds before that. It's about the 47-yard line.
In Childersburg territory. So Munford, Jim, should get, again, they will get outstanding field position to start this drive with 9:27 left to go in the contest.
Let's see if Munford kind of puts it on the ground here, running the football instead of throwing it so much. But they've had success both ways.
They got a new quarterback in there.
That is Britt, and he's an all-star athlete, and he is thrown down.
Boy, howdy, that's the Williams kid, is it not?
Number 40 for Childersburg.
Yeah, Javaris Williams.
Wilson, I
mean, sorry.
Wilson just kind of, like you do a calf, roll him down.
Little calf roping.
No gain on the play, 2nd down. And they stay with Britt at quarterback.
This must
He's
be
gonna
their
keep him.
Must be their version of the Wildcat.
He does good with it. He's got a 1st down.
Yeah. Stopped in there by number 1, Jalen Kidd.
All the way to the 33-yard line. Penalty flag is down again. That's holding against Munford. So that'll negate that nice run.
Well, Munford has really, really hurt themselves with penalties.
8:49 to go in the game, but the penalty marked off from about the 46-yard line, and that will go into Munford territory at the 43. Childersburg trails Munford 28-7, getting late in the football game. Don't forget our pigskin roundup tonight at 10:30 after the live game here at Childersburg. And Munford wants to call a timeout with 8:30 to go in the game. Childersburg trails 28-7. Back to John Cox after this.
CallTheShield.com is the solution to pest and termite problems. APS shields your home from termite infestation, unwanted pests, mold and water intrusion, sagging floors, and unhealthy lawns. Visit CallTheShield.com to schedule your free evaluation. That's CallTheShield.com to schedule your free evaluation. Alabama Professional Services, protection for your home.
You know, we talked about how well Munford's fans travel. At about 5:30 this afternoon, they were already fans marking their spot for Munford in the stands over there. And well, I can see why.
You know, it's a thing called winning.
Yeah.
It's I'm not going to say a disease, but I guarantee you it'll put people in those seats.
Tanner Reeves back in at quarterback, and Reeves is going to throw it. And he's got a man that's batted down, however, and it'll be second down. Good job again by Wilson.
Wilson played a pretty good football game here in the latter half of the fourth quarter.
Wilson's one of those juniors that Coach Beverly is so high on for next year's team. Third down. .8:24 to go in the game. Possession down for the Munford Lions. Reeves to throw it. Looking, throwing, intercepted. Intercepted. That is Terry Thomas. Thomas is to the 45-yard line in Munford territory. The first poor pass thrown by Tanner Reeves tonight.
Thomas just was waiting in the wings there. When it came by, he sort of plucked it out of the air, Jim, and got it back to the Munford 45-yard line.
Childersburg with a golden opportunity here. 28-7, 8:13 to go in the game. Got to get on the board in a hurry, however.
Real quick. See if they got something they can sting them with from a deep standpoint.
Justin Taylor, the quarterback. Maurice Bennett there with him. And Taylor looking to throw. He's in trouble and he's sacked.
Number 14 for the Munford Lions.
Leahy.
Ethan Leahy.
Loss of about 3. Second down. Munford just running a 3-man rush now. Running room, 40, 35, 32-yard line for the first down. And that is Bennett for Childersburg. Mark it at the 32, first and 10. Taylor rolling to throw, fires out in the flat. It is caught by McCain, and McCain's to the 30 to the 28-yard line. So second down now for Childersburg. The Tigers up to the line of scrimmage. Taylor takes a snap and hands off to the first man through, and that is Garrett. And he may have got a yard, not much more.
Garrett, in on the stop.
That was Bennett on the carry for Childersburg, and he's coming out of the game limping a little bit. So 3rd down and about 6 yards to go.
They in 4-down territory, regardless of how much they make on this particular play.
Taylor's in trouble, and he's pulled down for no gain. 4th down.
That big old number 7 once again, Jim.
Well, one of the guys that got in there in a hurry was Marshall Clark.
He came from the outside. So nobody picked him up.
No, Childersburg calls a timeout with 6:25 remaining, trailing 28-7. This is the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week on TV 47, the Alabama Cable Network. Back to John Cox Stadium in a minute.
In Alabama, there are 2 things we take serious: football and barbecue. And at August Barbecue, we take our business serious. Our meat is smoked daily to give you the freshest and best quality. Ask about our daily vegetable specials. And don't forget about our beef brisket, served up every Thursday and Friday. We have a great outdoor seating area to enjoy the best live music around every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Great service, great atmosphere, and great food. August Barbecue. You can taste the difference.
It'll be 4th down and 6 for Childersburg. Taylor will try to get the Tigers a 1st down here. And somebody moved, and may have been the tackle for Childersburg.
I think it was your right tackle.
Andrew Chapman.
Now the defensive man moved first. Will they cause him coming into the neutral zone, or will they say procedure against Childersburg?
They're looking to go against Childersburg.
Yep, they mark it out 5.
That hurts.
Yep.
So instead of 4th and 6, it's 4th and 11. Taylor gonna throw it, and he heaves it down the field, and not quite enough room for Kennebrew to get to it. So it'll be 1st down as Munford takes over on downs.
I think Kennebrew is trying to plead his case that his progress was impeded by the defensive back, but the officials just sort of shake it off and say, no way.
Justin Taylor just wound up and threw that one. So it'll be 1st down after the Lions hold Childersburg. They'll have it at the 34-yard line, in control, 28-7 with 6:17 to go in the game. Reeves bobbled the snap and gets to about the 38-yard line. Desmond Phillips for Childersburg on the stop. Really, Munford just wants to get a couple of 1st downs and run this thing out. And you know they're going to run clock.
Oh, yeah. The old saying, the hay may be in the barn.
Sistrunk. And Childersburg wraps him up. Keyshawn McKinney, who's played well tonight.
He has.
For the Tigers on the tackle. And Chapman there, too, for the Tigers. At the 40-yard line, 3rd down and about 5. Childersburg will go on the road next week to Dadeville, another region contest. Reeves has Sistrunk and Mitchell in the backfield. Reeves keeps it himself, and he's got a 1st down. He's at midfield. The Lions will move the chains, leading 28-7 with under 5 minutes to go in the game.
And Darrell Bradford in on the stop for the Seaburg Tigers, who are looking up at a long score with only 4:50 left in the 4th quarter.
Reeves is having to come out of the ball game. He's limping.
Took a pretty good shot from Bradford.
They're going to go back with Britt. Britt keeps it himself. And he's up near another first down at the 42-yard line.
Terry Thomas, number 14.
Pickup of 9, 2nd and 1. This is right up Munford's alley here.
Yes, it is. Running clock.
Getting yardage.
With a 3-score lead. And we've reached 4:05.
Childersburg made it kind of interesting early in the third quarter to close 21-7, but Munford has retaken control, leading 28-7 with the football.
Somebody called a timeout.
I think Munford called a timeout. We'll take one as well. With 3:56 to go in the football game, Munford in command, 28-7. Back to John Cox Stadium in Childersburg in a minute.
Birmingham, the long wait is over. Hockey is back in the Magic City.
Coverage begins Saturday as the Bulls face off against the Mississippi River Kings, live from South Haven, Mississippi. Presented by Alabama Professional Services. Call theshield.com. Don't miss the return of the Birmingham Bulls as they open up against the Mississippi River Kings, live Saturday night on TV 47, the Alabama Cable Network, and TV 24.
Well, Munford called a timeout, and want to make sure they get the play call right.
2nd down 1.
Bottom of the 6th in Houston. The Astros lead the Yankees 3-0 to try to even that series up.
Yep. Trying to force a game 7. And we just got a report 35-14. Clay Central over the Sylacauga Aggies.
2nd down and a yard. Britt off left end. 1st down and more. Britt still moving. And he steps out of bounds at the 20-yard line. You know, they have these plays for Britt anyway.
Yes.
But Tanner Reeves had to go out with a gimpy ankle. He's back in now, however.
He's very agile and very fragile on those corners. If you don't lock him up, he's not going to go down on his own.
And Childersburg calls a timeout this time. With 3:47 to go in the football game, 28-7. So Childersburg going to lose this one. Mm-hmm. They'll go on the road to Dadeville next week, and they certainly need to win that game.
Yes, they do. If they got any intentions of making the playoffs, they've got to have probably 2 more wins, Jim.
Talked with Coach Beverly this morning, and you know they had a 1-game lead over Dadeville coming into tonight. So if Dadeville wins and Childersburg loses, then they got the game next week. And Childersburg trying to get to the next level. You know, Coach Beverly just in his 2nd year here, and he's got a plan and trying to get this Childersburg team built from the ground up. Because to be honest with you, they've had some tough sledding in the last few years.
Yes, they have. And Coach Beverly's come in and done a pretty good job with this bunch. And again, you know, it takes time to build a program. Look at the program that Munford is in now. And I can remember the times when everybody looked forward to playing them.
Playing Munford, they'd line them up for their homecoming.
Yeah. And now nobody want to play them.
There's Britt again. And he's inside the 20-yard line. .330 to go in the game.
Jones on the stop for the Childersburg Tigers.
Childersburg will fall to 3-5 with a loss tonight. Britt taking the snap, gives to Sistronk. Sistronk is stood up and then breaks a tackle and falls forward close to another first down.
Good job by the 14-70. In on the stop for the Childersburg Tigers. That would be Terry Thomas. And Andrew Chapman.
3rd down and 2. Under 3 minutes to go in the game. Sistrunk lines up with Britt in the backfield. And Britt's keeping it all the way, and penalty flags are down.
Still going to call maybe a little procedure against the Munford Lions.
Munford going to improve to 7-1, 6-0 in region play. You know, Munford is a football town, football and baseball town.
Yep.
And right there on Highway 21 between Talladega and Oxford, they love their sports there.
Yes, they do. And, you know, they've got a new school, a new stadium. Childersburg's looking to got a new school, a new stadium. Boy, you got to say a lot for Dr. Suzanne Lacey and the Talladega County Board of Education.
Tanner Reeves back in at quarterback, and he keeps it looking to throw, and he's got a receiver at the 10-yard line. On the reception that time is Leahy.
Leahy.
Kind of surprised they threw the football.
Yes, I am too.
At the 11. Be a first down. 2 minutes exactly, and the clock starts up again on the official's whistle.
Well, they got the change reset.
Not that it matters.
They can get a first down at the 1.
Reeves with Sistrunk back there, and Sistrunk's got it, and Childersburg's got him. First man there is Darrell Bradford. Under 90 seconds to go in the game. 28-7 Munford. And they'll go back home tonight with another victory.
Well, you would think they might just want to take a knee now.
They're going to their victory formation now, so that's what they're going to do. Tanner Reeves winding the clock under a minute now. He got the play clock right in front of him, and he's going to burn all of it down. Takes a snap, and he'll take a knee. Another play or two, and it'll be over.
I think he'll have to snap it about one more time.
So Coach Beverly disappointed tonight with the loss to Munford, but still has an opportunity to make the playoffs as the 4th seed. We'll see what happens next week. As Munford will beat Childersburg tonight 28-7. And again, Tanner Reeves takes the knee, and that's going to be enough tonight as Munford will beat Childersburg by a score of 28-7.
Well, Jim, I'll tell you, it was we thought at the start of the 3rd quarter when Childersburg took the opening kickoff to start the 3rd quarter, they took it down, put points on the board. I made the statement that we're in for a heck of a 4th quarter. There was a bunch of penalties, probably unnecessary penalties, and I'm sure that Coach Smith will address during the practice if they go back to practice next week. So, again, Munford is a good, real good football team. Make no mistake about it, they are a good football team.
Munford 28 and Childersburg 7. Childersburg had a good start in the 3rd quarter, got to within 21-7, but Munford pulled away in the 2nd half to beat the Tigers by a score of 28-7. It's good to see the players on the field congratulating one another, good sportsmanship, and that's the way you like to see it in high school football. We're at John Cox Stadium in Childersburg. That'll wrap it up for us on the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week. And Toots, always a pleasure, man.
Same here, buddy.
Your final again from Childersburg. It's Munford 28 and Childersburg 7. Don't forget about 10:30 tonight, it'll be Pigskin Roundup. That's when I'll talk to you again. I'm Jimmy Dale along with Jimmy Toots Holmes and Robert and Jeff and all our broadcast crew from Childersburg. Good night.
They're the best team in 4A football, and when you're playing the best team in 4A football, you can't come out and play as sluggish as we did in the first half. The second half, we went toe-to-toe and played with great effort, but we've got to play with that same effort for 4 quarters. We came out in the second half and played the type of football that we've been playing all year. And so we've got to find a way to not start out slow and to not take dips in the middle of the game. We've got to find a way to go hard with great energy and effort for 4 quarters. And if we do that, we'll be playing playoff football next week against Dadeville. It's for all the marbles. It's to get into the playoffs. And, that's what we've been preparing for. That's what we've been preaching since January. And so it all comes down to one game. And, there's no other team that I'd rather go to war with than these guys.